Hey y'all, what's up? It's your man, Rico. I know that a lot of y'all. Guess what, y'all? Y'all want to hear something pretty cool? I made it to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. Thank y'all so much. Appreciate it. Now I need, let me see, 1,000. I need 1,300 more watch hours. So if you're not watching the videos, please just, if you do me a favor, just put those on your phone all day, on your before you leave the house to go to work. Would you mind just letting my videos just play? Just let them play. That'll help me get the 1,500 watch hours that I need. And also, when you like the video, it really helps it out in the algorithms. Thank y'all so much. I really appreciate you. I'm just here just sharing my thoughts. I am Rico the Opinionist, and I appreciate those of you who come in and y'all want to see what I have to say. And there's so many topics, so much that's going on. I try to pick the ones that I can just, just off the fly, just let y'all know what I think about it. Like 2.5 hours into the show, so. But the tribute to D'Angelo and Roberta Flack was awesome, as well as all the other tributes. But there was just something special about the Roberta Flack and D'Angelo tribute. It had everybody, Lauryn Hill, everybody up there. Lauryn Hill is still Miss Lauryn Hill. So had everybody up there. It was good to see them. So anyway, again, I didn't see the Grammys like that. I'll have to wait till tomorrow, which is December 2nd, to go and check out YouTube to catch the Bruno Mars performance. And if Kendrick performed, I'd like to see that. So that's one thing I do. I don't really watch a lot of these shows anymore. I just go to YouTube to catch the performances that I'm curious about. Well, I just flat out want to see. So cool. But what's been going on is hot in the news. It's still ICE arrests, immigration violations, and of course the Grammys. What I saw the last hour and a half of the Grammys is everything about the immigrants, legal immigrants. Isn't that interesting? That it's amazing. You would think that nobody else in this country, or you're not allowed to be anything in this country other than a Democrat. The way they go in and go in, and they lie. And I'm just not coming from a political stance. I'm coming from just watching this shit. That's like, if anybody else seeing the stuff I'm seeing, and some of your favorite artists, musicians, and actors, I keep telling y'all, you can't be an actor and actress out loud unless you are a Democrat or you're down with all this spookiness and the weirdness in the Democratic part of the liberal side of this country. It's weird, and they're all a part of it. And so when you watch the Grammys, the Emmys, the same thing, the Golden Globe, they act like they say we're under dictatorship, but you get to cuss the president now. You get to call the president names. You get to, dismiss anybody who's not like you. But then you accuse the so-called MAGA and the same thing that you're doing. That's why you can't take these people seriously. You want to call them racist, and it doesn't include anybody. But as soon as anybody say, "Hey, I'm not a Democrat," you're not included. I didn't vote for Kamala Harris, and you black, you didn't vote for Kamala Harris, you hate yourself. As an independent, I just sit back on my couch and watch the nonsense. But people take this stuff seriously because I realized, even when I was a young man, people don't read. Or they shy away from anything that may cause them any type of discomfort in their reading. So they won't read it. It's amazing to watch. It's almost frightening. Because people hear what they see on TV and take that stuff real in real life. Or they develop these attitudes about you if you don't share their same political views. And then another thing about these people who attend the Grammys, all these entertainers who attend the Grammys, the Emmys, and the Golden Globe. Now, all these are millionaires now. Pay attention. These are all millionaires. They all live in gated communities. And they say shit like this. Now, they're not regular people. We get up every day, we go to work, stuff happens, we goes on. But these millionaires who are secluded in their Calabasas, Beverly Hills, in their the deepest parts of New York, can find them in the suburbs and Cascades or whatever. and Capitol Catskills and all these places and Vermont and all this stuff. And they're saying, well, you know, we live in terrible times right now in the world. One is afraid right now. And it's just traumatic and is doom, doom, doom. Did I say gloom? Doom, doom. So the party's right after the Grammys, right? Oh, I'm there. Shit. Y'all see what I'm talking about? Don't listen to these actors, actresses, and musicians. They're all people trying to keep jobs and they go along to get along, even to mislead. Fuck these actors, fuck these actresses, fuck these performers. They get in the Grammys, act like they hadn't said anything. They all turn into weirdos, and that's what they are. And so I just leave them where they are. They are entertainers. Entertainers. They get there from entertaining, and it's interesting that they can, you know, be all around and entertain, but then and they understand it's a paycheck. We have to understand these people get paid to entertain. They're not in the business to be political or tell the truth about anything unless they're sure they have that backing. Like Malcolm X told us, and especially in the black community. They got, and back then it was saying Lena Horne and all these entertainers like to be leaders in black community, but what in the white community is a singer, is a comedian, a white leader. And that's all they do. They get their ass up in Hollywood and turn it what they are, robots. And so that was just what I noticed from the Grammys tonight. And they, but they never talk about the plight of African Americans, meaning they never talk about reparations. They talked about Native Americans last year at the Oscars to acknowledge them. They talk about illegal immigrants. They never talk about the reparations that are owed to foundational black Americans. Now, even the black people get up there and mention anything black, but they'll hop their ass on anything illegal immigrants, LGBT, Native American, and, we need equal pay to white, everything but black issues. And that's the black politician, that's the black entertainer, because they understand. So when I look at these people, I said, there's no Dr. Claude Anderson and none of these Negroes. There's no Sister Shahara Ali and none of these Negroes. There's no Ida B. Wells, the spirit of Ida B. Wells and these folks. There's no Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad and any of these blacks. These are entertainers, hired entertainers. Then this side of the political aisle has the audacity to tell you how to make your money. I'll talk about that later on, how the black community, all black women destroyed the poor and the wonderful Chrisette Michele when she performed at Trump's inauguration in 2016. She got paid, I think, $400,000. It was a nice little change. The black women of America destroyed that woman's career. And she really psychologically paid the price. And I always wanted to meet her and tell her, sweetheart, you should listen to me. You should have thrown the finger sign up in them hoes and moved on. Stop making pop records and dance records. There's one thing black folks can't destroy. When you make pop records and dance records, these silly, liberal, dumb, ignorant, small-minded Negroes cannot break. They can't cancel you. Like they can never cancel Kanye West. They couldn't, because he makes records that transcends. It's not just a neo soul or R&B record where black folks buy it. Only black folks, mainly black folks buy it. And this is what you have to do. If you're an artist, you have to protect yourself. They only want you just to be with them. Depends on who it is. Then they'll let you go out and entertain. But it's interesting about that night with Chrisette Michele. It was a gay gospel, alleged gay gospel artist singing right next to her. They didn't cancel him. Travis Green. They didn't cancel him. And they didn't cancel the choir that was up there. They didn't dox and find out who they were. But they attacked, but black women attacked Chrisette Michele. So what is it, this love affair that so many black women have with gay black men? But cuts the ground of a straight black man or a black woman who loves black men and wants to see black men and women together. This generation of black folks is weird. And I think it's only get worse. So, but anyway, that's all I want to say. But I want to talk about Nicki Minaj and Donna Lemonade. This is crazy. Now, they're mad at, and speaking of not being able to counsel anybody, I've been just kind of keeping up with the Nicki Minaj thing, and she dropping some bombs. Nicki Minaj and got with the president. Smart move on her part. Got with the president and got her gold card. Cause you know she a little Caribbean or Dominican, whatever immigrant. Now, isn't it interesting that these black women, her barbs, now her barbs got her back. It's like her barbs are split in half. A lot of them are still rocking with her. She hadn't lost that many fans. Nicki Minaj gonna have a good year. If she goes on tour, she's gonna be killing it. She got a whole new fan base. What it's about when you're an entertainer, it's about getting that moolah. And it's something black folks can't do nothing about. Nicki Minaj been telling the truth about these punk-ass Democrats and their relationship to foundational black Americans. But the 92% of black women won't hear it because the Democratic Party feeds into their nonsense. Nicki Minaj said, damn. She just put a tweet out. She said, well, damn. The Democrats opened up the floodgates of the borders to let all these immigrants in and made all these promises to immigrants and everybody else, but broke every promise to you, the black voters. But yet y'all keep voting for them. Something to that effect. And a lot of comments were, damn, she didn't lie. And then, of course, they called her a clown and all this. But in the instant that the black communities, black women love Nicki Minaj, dirty draws, when she was talking about Anaconda and twerking her BBL and hollering nigger or the N-word and talking crazy. Isn't it interesting how they liked her then? But then she made a different political choice. By the way, Nicki Minaj never ever said out loud what her political preferences were, or are, or is. Never. It just because she was Caribbean, passing as a foundational black American, that we let too many people do and have allowed too many people to do who are not born on this soil to do that. But yeah, I mean, whose ancestry lineage is not on this soil, that claim they look like us. So Nicki Minaj is pretty much thumbing her nose at these Negroes. Yeah, I'm gonna get to Don Lemon in a second. Don Lemon, my homophobe. And by the way, that word homophobe is dead. It's dead. Nobody is affected by that anymore except for people who give a damn. Calling people sexist and transphobic, those words are dead. We're not buying to that bullshit. But let me tell y'all something about me. Being an Aquarius man and being an independent thinker and one who was a follower and believer in God. I don't believe in this man-made nonsense because it'll keep you going in mental circles. Homophobia. Somebody called me a homophobe tonight because on my Facebook page, I said, you can't marry white folks, children of white folks, and then complain about racism and white supremacy. How you gonna marry a member of the oppressive class, then you cry about being oppressed? That's stupid. And I put the picture of Don Lemon and his white husband, and some old bloke called me a pathetic homophobe. That is your opinion. I think she is finished, in my opinion. That was to get her man out. When Trump gets you through with her and her back. Well, you know what? She might be done with you, Miss Steen. You might be done with her, but America's not done with Nicki Minaj. And keep in mind, America is a capitalist society. Chris, why you're okay? America is a capitalist society. Money does not just come from black folks. Money comes from whoever has a wallet and a purse. If you it's all about. You sell your product to whoever's willing to buy it. Nicki Minaj understood. Nicki Minaj's records were bought by everybody and not just black women. Did y'all know that? That's your immaturity. You said Nicki is dreadful. Well, she's a bitch. I'm not on her side. She's awful. I never cared for Nicki Minaj. You know, I ain't talking about it. I ain't talking about it. Who like that crazy shit? But I'm just telling y'all. Y'all getting y'all feelings about these damn people. Then when they turn on you, in your opinion, turn on you, now they ain't shit. No, they ain't shit in the beginning. But it's okay. She's gonna be right. Even if she never makes another rap song, she has plenty of money. That's what capitalism is all about, among many things. Some things are not very positive. But if you want to tango with capitalism, you might want a position where you can pick the song that y'all can dance to. But if capitalism is picking all the songs, your ass is grass because you may not all know all the steps to the dance. Got it? Nicki Minaj ain't shit. But Nicki Minaj understands capitalism. She's not going to let y'all keep her for getting what she needs in order to stay in this country. That's it. And by the way, she's looking a lot better. Isn't this something when women go conservative, they start looking better. It's like their skin clears up. I know the makeup kind of disappears a little bit. Nicki Minaj is almost looking like a lady. Oh, relax. Who is this? Maybe communism is better, right? I don't know. I never lived under no fucking communism. Maybe go to China and ask them. Go to extra Russia. I live under democracy. So I don't know. I don't know the fuck. I read about that, but see, it's just like driving a car. You can't know how to turn the wheel unless you get your ass behind the motor, press the gas, and start turning it. So I don't know. I never lived under communism, so I can't answer that. I don't know if it's better or worse because I've never experienced it. Neither have you. So cut that bullshit out. So anyway, but yeah, Nicki did her thing, and so Don Lemon, they arrested his little weird ass. Yes, I'm sure. So far, what we're a republic now. Well, okay, we're a republic. All right. Tomatoes. Thing is, it's not communism. That's the goddamn point. So anyway, because you can't be under communism, and by the way, those who think it's communism, you can't be under communism and called and get to cuss the president or the dictator out on the public stage or social media. You think the Koreans, North or South Koreans, who's that? Kim Jong Un, is he in North Korea? You think they can get on their social media or on a stage and call him short rocket man and call him fucktard and all this stuff and still get to be alive? Are y'all crazy? We're so spoiled and entitled to hear anything. We're on a dictatorship. No, we're not. And I'm black. We have 400 years of this shit. We used to it. Those of you who are not black, you privileged. Well, this might be shaking y'all up, but it ain't shaking black up. And by the way, those of you in here, would y'all mind pushing that like button? I really appreciate it. Would you push that like button for me? That'd be awesome. And hit that Cash App and PayPal if you're there too. I appreciate that as well. But push that button, I'm telling you, it is the coolest. You can't call out your leader. They are checking Social Security account. That's right. Not in communist countries, you can't call out nobody in leadership. But here you can call them out. You can talk to their mama. You can talk about everything. You can do anything. In this so-called communist or this dictator. I mean, y'all really about that CNN nonsense. Everybody's throwing all this bad news to you in gated communities. And beautiful luxury vacations. They drive beautiful luxury cars. Excuse me. They all get together who y'all think hate each other, Republicans or Democrats. They go to Monte Carlo and drink good whiskey. Hell, a lot of them do wife swapping. Them Epstein files telling on everybody. While y'all think y'all just gonna get Trump, it's telling on y'all. Y'all so busy telling Trump, release the Epstein files. I told y'all he did it. And when I said they're gonna release them Epstein files, and some of y'all favorite entertainers, favorite politicians will all have their ass on. They was all getting that underage bussy and P word. So y'all so busy looking at President Trump. It wasn't just him; it was all of them. You've been given the keys to a nice car, and you've crashed out. Yeah, all that kind of stuff. Who is this? No, in the U.S., blocking tourists from entering if they said unflattering comments about. That's not. Let me see, blocking tourists. That's not true. That's extreme. But that is nothing. That is not communism. That is not communism. Come on, do better. Trump is in the files. Yes, we said that. And not just him. Y'all thought they were just gonna release stuff on him. They're releasing all your favorite politicians, all your favorite entertainers, everybody you like. So y'all thought y'all's gonna hurt Trump's feelings. Y'all feelings gonna get hurt because y'all in love. But there are those of you out there who are in love with these goddamn politicians and entertainers. Y'all ain't seen nothing there. Y'all heard Jay-Z, the clips. This was I was listening to on YouTube. All of them, they just reading them damn files, and I'm here for it. You know, who was that? Donald K. You can say that all day long if you want to say that. That's fine, but you can't keep saying him when it's them. Say it. Say all the names, or you just only saw him. It was him who was on there. It was a whole lot of people that y'all like and admire. So let's be fair. I'm about being fair. Let's be fair. Pick one person. Pick them all. Isn't that fair? You can say Trump all day long. We all can say that. But say Bill Clinton. Say Barack Obama. Say everybody else too. All of them was at that damn Elon Musk. They were all there. It's not a political party thing. It's a savage thing. And all these millionaires, regardless of political party, I think I saw some black dudes there. They were there. Just shut up, man. Now you sound. We say Donna. You're a girl, right? Donald. Is it Donala? Okay, just hush. You know this just dumb. Stop crying. Okay, this is a later conversation. By the way, did you push that like button? It's that Donald Kenzella. Did you push that like button? Cause I need you to push that like button if you can be doing all that kind of nonsense. And you don't know for a fact. What you know for a fact is it's not just him. So anyway, let me keep moving. So yeah, Donna Lemonade is going to try to call Nicki Minaj a racist and homophobic, and those words are done. So those words are over. Transphobia, homophobia, phobia, and all that stuff. Those words are over. 2026 is going down. You won't be able to shame people anymore with that nonsense. And so Donna Lemonade got arrested at the Grammy party last week. And I want y'all, or early this week, he made bond or whatever. He didn't have to, however they did it. The thing is, you know, and so all week, everybody want to talk about freedom of the press. Yeah, right. What happened with freedom of the press when the Democrats were in charge of Twitter? You said anything, Harris. You said anything about them. Your Twitter account was either marked or it was totally removed. But it's funny how all of a sudden when Elon Musk bought X and gave everybody a voice, and the most awful people gave everybody a voice, all of a sudden Democrats said, well, they're censoring people. But y'all was censoring the crap out of everybody who didn't say anything nice about Kamala Harris or the Democratic Party. Or talked about the LGBT. So I don't understand. Everything the Democrats say about anybody, they're only rejecting because they do and have done the same thing they accuse so-called white supremacists and racists of doing. They do the same thing. That's why I sit here in the middle and say, look at this dumb shit. This is stupid. And so Don Lemon want to try to hide behind the First Amendment. No, brother. Donna. No, Donna Lemonade. You went up in that church and violate those folks' right. And see, you want them to respect your free press, but you didn't respect their right to freedom of religion, their right to worship in the peacefulness and the privacy of their sanctuary. But you know what you would have done, Donna Lemonade? You know what those weird-ass liberal protesters would have done? Walked up in a mosque or walked up in a Jewish synagogue? How come those people? They probably got some illegal immigrants in those too. But y'all didn't go up in there. See, y'all pay attention pay attention to what people do and what they say. They're not so crazy. They ain't go up in no Jewish synagogue, no mosque with that nonsense. They sure ain't go up in no black church with that foolishness. See, that's a bunch of mess. And Donna Lemonade thought she was going to go up in there and you're going to kind of accuse the preacher up in there. He didn't have to talk to you, Donna Lemonade. He did the right thing. No, I can't talk to you. These folks in here protest around my folks in here, my parishioners who are trying to pray. And then all week they want to talk about some goddamn freedom of the press. No one respects the right to free speech and freedom of the press more than I do. But I also recognize that should be respected. And we need to stop this nonsense. I heard, wait a minute now. See, here's your free birdie. You know what? I would have answered it had you sound dumb. Why don't you just ask me a regular question and cut the bullshit out? Now, delete and write that again. He didn't accuse anyone. He spoke to both sides. He was there as a journalist. He was not there as a journalist. He was there as an agitator. That's behind it, too. You can't go. You should have waited till somebody came outside, Donna Lemonade. Don't try to take up for Donna Lemonade. And your name, Donna, too. Both of y'all are delusional. So no, you can't go up in there. Journalism, my ass. You know this church, the sanctuary, trying to ask questions to defend a bunch of illegals. A lot of y'all are being very anti-American. If you're anti-ICE, you're anti-American. That is American federal agency. That is, and he was supposed. I don't give. He was supposed to speak to both sides outside. You watched the video. He was in the church while the man trying to get his people together and listen to them loud ass, dumb ass chants of those liberals. The man was in there trying to get his ass in there. What's not a real religion, Donald? If yeah, he's see Freebird. He said he stated he was there as a yeah. He can be there, but that doesn't make him not be an intruder. Shit. Why do y'all care about law and order? He said, Freebird says, why do y'all care about law and order, respect, but the current men care about innovation? Who says that? New subscribers, thank you. Thank you, new subscribers, I appreciate that. But you, that's an opinion. That's not true about this administration totally. The last administration broke goddamn it laws, but it comes down to who you like. So when y'all say shit like that, it's totally unfair. It's biased as shit. The last administration broke all kinds of laws. But since y'all like that old bastard, y'all like that non-cosplaying woman, it's okay. And then a lot of you are intelligent enough or fair enough to look at both sides what they are. Donald Trump is no different than a Barack Obama and a Joe Biden. Look at how they handle people not only here, but also abroad. Don't do that. Y'all, let's be intelligent. If you're going to be on my channel, I need you to be fair and balanced. I don't want to hear your emotional rants about one fucking side. It's weird. It's weird. That's just how it is, y'all. So Donald went in there, and so he may not get any time or anything. He may not, but it's just the fact he was arrested. Just got his rainbow thong in a bunch. And but one thing about these he said Denzel said, "What's my take on the layoffs that's going on right now?" Well, no, son. Well, if y'all trying to tie that to the plant, but y'all act like corporations weren't laying people off even before he became elected. Corporations been laying people off all the time. They've been laying people off all the time. And then also next, Amazon told y'all why they laying the people off. All corporations ain't shit. They laying the top brass off, but they're getting into the new AI technology. And folks have been warning us about the AI and the computer age for the longest. It's gonna be to a while. It's gonna come to the point where it's gonna barely be physical hands in these companies making these products. So it's not the president. It's these greedy ass capitalist corporations. Hey, life's yeah. He said this. Who's that? Freebird. There you go. He said this administration literally went on TV and like that about that man. I can't read that shit. Lying because layoffs them are falling. They found okay, great. TD, what's up, my man? You see all this bullshit that these people trying to throw this way? They so it's okay to not like the current administration or being the last one with the $15 egg prices and $5 gas prices. Y'all didn't pay attention to none of that, I know. But don't talk stupid. It should be oblivious to the facts, just like this current. What facts am I oblivious to? I'm actually telling y'all the facts. Because the facts don't fit your narrative, I'm oblivious? No, I'm not acting emotional. Again, y'all heard, we just watched the Grammys. All these millionaires, they're telling you, ooh, doom and gloom, doom and gloom. And they all, as soon as the Grammys were over, you buy organic, goddamn. People say, for a while, it doesn't have anything to do with Trump. It's been, that's right, motherfucker. Being before the pandemic, who was this? Denzel Rufford. Yeah, these people, y'all, they're CNN hype. But it's okay, it's your choice. But you can't make food prices have never been high. We'll get even higher. They were higher than the last 4 years, Donna. Hell, even the last 4 years before the election of 24, goddamn, people weren't even able to pay rent. Now somebody can finally get somewhere to stay. They rent is still high as a son of a bitch, but it wasn't like it was the evictions of people from their apartments. Terrible. So, you know, I guess we're so traumatized that it called amnesia. I see a lot of stuff that's changed during this administration. And in order for you to see the changes, you have to not get caught up in awful campaigns to make him just the devil. That's why, let's see why the Ohio would soon forget about the pandemic. Yeah, before then, the pandemic was a motherfucker, and I think that was man-made by you know who. Not a current president. Seriously, question, why are you smoking? Okay, there it is right there. See, seriously, question. Yeah, I don't even smoke, but I appreciate that. It lets me know that you're not even trying to be serious anymore, Donna. And that's cool. Let me move on. And so, yeah, and all this, and by the way, y'all, that's just a bunch of nonsense that's going on, because what you have to do is get up like we all do. Those of us, iced coffee? Who's asking this question? Oh, I haven't tried it yet. I tried it, but it was nasty. I have to, um, I have to probably put some sugar in it or some hazelnut cream or something in it. I haven't tried it yet. We say he fired hundreds of government employees. The same thing happened under Biden. It happens every year. Well, that's your opinion. I drink it straight. Yeah. It's called the best child with, it's, let me see. Oh, Freebirdy, it says it's best with honey. Okay. Add honey. Cause all I know, I'm not a coffee drinker. And so I said, ew. So I had to go to the store and get some creamer. And I bought some cane sugar, and I hope none of these additives will like kill the effects of it, but I just can't. You know, I just can't drink it. I mean, but I'm gonna try it though. I swear. Maybe one of my lives with y'all, I will drink it on the live and let y'all know after I've doctored it up. But those of you who are coffee drinkers, y'all are, we say it's mushrooms, and so yeah, I can, but I'm gonna get to it. I swear. But also, I want some of that oregano oil. Have y'all anybody bought any of that? Anybody bought some of that oregano oil or what is that selling? They got oregano oil and Vivian. It's two other things I want to get. By the way, for those of you coming in, please hit that like button, hit the like, smash the like, and y'all sharing like black seed oil. All these, this is in yeah, all that's in this particular sour sop. Sour sop. It has all those ingredients. Yeah, it has all that. Yeah. Let me see, what'd you say, Denzel? It's funny, I see a lot of those people are out protesting about ICE instead of rallying together to stop these companies from laying it off. They doing a whole, that whole rally ICE shit is dumb. And America's not falling for that shit. Because again, if you're anti-ICE, you're anti-American. And you can shape it up any kind of fucking way you want to. Cause can't none of you on here who are anti-American, anti-ICE, none of you can take your ass to Mexico, El Salvador, Colombia, Brazil, anywhere, China, nowhere. You can't cross the border illegally. And in when you get there, they give you free housing, food stamp card, debit card with $10,000 on it, of driver's license in Minnesota. You can't and number you can't get none of that shit. So what makes y'all think it's okay for people to do that over here? And then all this shit they're getting out for our tax dollars. All of us are here. Unless it's done for a reason. And the reason all those immigrants were allowed to come over was not the black ones. Because remember when the Haitians came to the border in 2020, about 8 to 10,000 of them came all of a sudden. Biden was able to airlift all of them back to Haiti. Now, mind you, they were actual refugees. And also, when they came to the border, Haiti had just had a catastrophic earthquake. And at the same time, there was bands of armed guerrillas running through, shooting and fighting up shit. Fighting up shit. And so when they came to the borders, Biden sent helicopters and airplanes and lifted them away from the border in a day. 8 to 9,000 black folks. But let all of the white-looking Hispanics and Asian dudes walking across the border, and let everybody that wasn't black just come across the border. Unvetted, and unvaxxed. The same vax that party, Democratic Party, was causing people to lose their jobs if they didn't take the goddamn jab. And y'all want to talk about this shit? Y'all got to be smoking something. Not me. I watch all the news. I pay attention, but somehow, y'all don't remember none of that. And if you black, why don't you remember that? You talking about immigrants, this racist administration that just left, they didn't let none of them. None of the black ones over. They let all the white immigrants over. Then people say, well, he went to South Africa and got them 30 white folks. Just 30 white folks? And Biden let 8 to 12 million non-blacks over just walk across the goddamn border? Y'all got to do better. As long as it's not black, it's okay. If it's not black, we'll protest for it. Hell. Y'all so full of shit. But I'm glad y'all are here. I'm out here. He said, the reason you're confused because you watch all of the news. That's stupid. You know, I'm going to give you the reason why I watch all of the news. You went to college or if you're in high school, when you do a paper for at least 7 to 8 sources or bibliography to make up your bibliography to do a 20-page paper. You can't get one book and do a whole 28-page paper. You're going to get a flunk, a fucking F on your paper. Because they want to see your scholarship, your ability to research and understand and break down knowledge. That's why I watch all the news. Now, do I spend a lot of time C-SPAN? Hell no. I'm going to have to take some no-dos. But I go over here all the perspectives. Look at shit for what it is. I don't have to be told. Freebird said, I have a master's degree. I have a master's degree too. And you have to do, see, you have to do work. You have to read multiple sources in order to get to some semblance of the truth. You can't just watch CNN, just only CNN, only NMS Now. You got to watch everything, even peek over there at Fox News and some of these YouTube channels and remember the Lair Report and all that kind of stuff. You got to watch everything. You say you listen to lawyers, independent news, that's cool too. Not syndicated, that's a good one too. The BBC has, if you want to go there, the BBC has a lot of cool stuff. It's not a shit, all of that is propaganda. Okay, okay, yeah, but see, you got to get it somewhere. And one thing is so wonderful about social media. You can get a full story about what's going on from someone who just has their cell phone out there. Because all these corporate-owned news stations, all these corporate news stations, everything is edited and purposely given to you a certain way. But when it's somebody's cell phone, you can't edit that out. When people are standing right there talking about it, you can't edit that. It's right there as it happens. Whew. When we get off this app, shit's still gonna be going on. Somebody said, "How is this mind control?" He said, "Millions crossed the border. You can't just make that up." It did. Millions did cross the border for in 3 years. 8 to 10 million undocumented, unvetted, unvaxxed immigrants came across, and black people. Y'all don't want to admit this, but our scholar, Dr. Claude Anderson, told us about this decades ago. He's close to 90. He said, "Look, I'm thinking, y'all gonna check out his video, Inappropriate Behavior. And then his other video is called Exceptional People. Check out those two videos. Then y'all come back to me and talk with some sense and stop talking about some like some people who've been told what to say. Check out Dr. Claude Anderson's two videos, Inappropriate Behavior and Exceptional People. And so they brought all, he told us, you're going to be a fourth class group. And we are. We're beyond everybody. Hell, even illegal immigrants are given precedence over black people in this country. You're very Democratic. All of you who vote Democrat, ask them this one question if you happen to be in one of their rallies or town halls. Can a man get pregnant? Ask them two questions. You don't have to ask them about you don't have to ask them about policy and all that stuff, because they ain't gonna do them but lie. But ask them these two questions. Can a man get pregnant? And would you define a woman? They'll let you know exactly where the fuck you stand. Because you've seen all on TV in these Senate hearings and confirmations and stuff, these Senate hearings, they cannot and will not define a woman. And they will debate back and forth like this woman just did about, can a man have a baby or can a man be a woman? That woman is a goddamn professor. She will not answer the question. Ask any Democrat a direct question, can a man be a woman? And you gonna have a problem on your hands. I said, if I'm, because I don't vote for Democrats because I already know who the fuck they are. I don't vote for Republicans either. I vote for independents. I vote for independents and shit like that, And I try to be in the middle. Let's see, is there a body counter? I don't know. So yeah, ask your Democratic candidate to define what a woman is and can a man have a baby? And you are going to be asking for trouble. But I want to ask y'all to do something. Would you mind clicking that like button? I surely appreciate it. So, damn Don Lemonade. My favorite part about the Democrats is how they claim to be anti-racist, anti-fascist, blah, while other stupid party has super delegate system. I know one thing they're not very pro-democratic, because if they were democratic, they would allow the Democratic voters to have a convention before they just shove Kamala down their throats. They knocked Bernie Sanders out the way and everybody else who probably given her competition. They didn't even give them a chance to be in a convention. Oh, they full of shit. But somehow, those who hate Trump, they come up with all this shit. They don't ever pay attention to stuff like that. So why I can't take people who really hate Trump? I can't take you seriously. Because they will not give a true critical analysis of the last 4 years. They won't. Trump bad, Orange Man bad. Okay, great. Give me something else. He doing this, who doing that? Well, let me go back through the annals of time and show you, through the annals of time of history, and show you your favorite politician, your favorite president did the same shit. And guess what? The only difference is the media didn't say a word about it because they were chosen to be liked. Trump was chosen to be disliked. And that's just all it is. Because even, no one should try to defend him. It's no use to, because people already been and sold the idea that he's a monster. He's a racist. We've had 44 other white men be president. And so I'm saying he's a racist. He's awful. George Washington that murdered millions of people alive. He's worse than Andrew Jackson, who murdered and decapitated Native Americans and George Washington, Andrew Jackson, all the way up, they own these motherfuckers actually own slaves. But Trump is the worst. I can't take people seriously. Trump and information. And whenever I say this to a motherfucker who hates Donald Trump, but they love Biden and Obama, and they love Biden and Harris, Obama, I would say, well, yeah, you're right. I hate Trump's ass. You know, I hate it when he said, if you don't know whether to vote for me or Biden, you ain't black. Then I watched their faces change. Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson raped a little 13-year-old black girl till he had about 4, 5 kids from her. And there was a slave. And then some jackass, some liberal station, I think it was ABC or CBS, had a movie about the love story between Jefferson and, what's her name, Sally Hemings? A love story. How you in love? And you 13 years old, he 44 years old raping you every day. Get out of here. But they would never say that about Anne Frank and Adolf Hitler. But I digress. And so don't play with me, people. Don't play with me. Who said that free base? I know. And to top it off, we're defending. Yeah, and, you know, it's just crazy. Yeah, so I just listen to people. I'm like, oh God, here we go. It's okay to be biased, but don't be retarded. It's not okay to be biased either, but if your bias makes you retarded, I'm like, come on. Whenever I say that, you don't know where to vote for me or Trump, you ain't black. Black people freeze. White liberals just freeze. That's why you stop it. You ain't got to go through the whole debate with these folks. Just tell them the shit that they purposely ignored. And then they ain't got nothing else to say. Well, Trump didn't. Justify, rationalize that statement. Because if he had said, if you don't know where to vote for me or Trump, you ain't Jewish, he will never been president. If you don't know where to vote for me or Trump, you're not a homosexual. You're not LGBT. You'll never been made president. So this page is for black people. Everybody else, y'all can come in and listen, but it's not for you. I'm talking to black people, my people, because we have a lot of waking up to do. The buffer class and the liberal class of folks put black people to sleep in the 60s when they murdered all of the revolutionaries, and then the black boule and the black Greeks all took over because they wanted integration and assimilation into white spaces and white bedrooms, but white women and other white men and gay sex and all that. That's why they sold us out. That's how they sold us out. You know. But I digress. Do me a favor, y'all. Go ahead and push that like button for me. Because people said they all panda. Okay, now I can agree with that. Whew. And when somebody said, Trump said you don't have anything to lose by voting for him. That's right. He wasn't lying. We didn't have anything to lose. We had shit before him. And not like we got too much with him. But he didn't lie, so they wasn't racist. Yeah. If that's what you trying to imply. But I digress. Hey, y'all know it's always fun talking to y'all. I'm back tomorrow night. But I thank y'all again. I made it over the hump. I'm at 1,000 subscribers and counting. Thank y'all so much. These back and forth. They don't know all the little stuff. I read to little nonsense, but I don't care. And so anyway, thank y'all so much. I'm gonna see you on the next live. Cause I just like come on here, sharing my thoughts and hear what y'all have to say. It's your man Rio, the opinionist. Like, share, and subscribe. Go in that description box and mess with that PayPal or that Cash App. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all be cool, cause we gotta get up early in the morning now. I gotta get up at 7 o'clock. So I can be out all night fucking with y'all. I appreciate you. Peace, y'all.